Good morning. This is meteorologist Steve Krzyzanowski with your Monday morning, August 3rd, weather briefing, storm scoop update. And today we're going to focus on watches in the mornings and the tropical weather that we're experiencing. So let's jump right in because I have a lot of slides for you. Let's get this rolling. This is currently Isaias, right off eastern Florida coast. It is a hurricane, minimal 70 mile per hour sustained winds, moving north at 9 miles per hour. It will eventually start a northeast movement, and this is the course we're expecting it to take. We have watches and warnings already in place all the way up the eastern seaboard. You can see that here. We have a flash flood warning watch, but that'll be a warning eventually. Inland, again, that'll be on the western side of the storm. Tropical storm warning for the Carolinas, Delmarva, all the way up to Long Island and coastal Connecticut, and then a tropical storm watch, which could eventually turn into a tropical storm warning. Keep an eye on it. This one's a little hard to see, but it's tropical storm force winds and when they're coming. Carolina should see it Monday afternoon into evening. The Delmarva around Tuesday morning. Tuesday evening for Long Island, and then Wednesday morning for New England. This is sort of the precipitation. Oh my goodness, it's been a long weekend. Output. We're going to look at a few in particular, but this is the one we drew up, merging them all together. I'll show you. First, we'll jump into the wind. As you know, this will be an issue. We're not going to look at the sustained winds because once it gets up to the east coast, up in the northeast, mid-Atlantic, the winds won't be so much of an issue. They aren't really so much now even. But the gusts will be something to keep an eye out. So I just wanted to show the differences between what is out there. And I'll tell you what I'm kind of leaning towards. This is the NAM. Pretty good swath all over the northeast. That's NOAA. We'll go back to that. And this is the Euro. So the Euro is a little less spread out into New England, but a little more severe in comparison to the NAM, by about 10 miles per hour in some areas. So NOAA put out their own guidance. It's pretty much in line, a combination of both of those models. And it's like I was saying, once it gets past the Mid-Atlantic, Delmarva, we're going to only be looking at the gusts. You can see how they kind of die out as you go further north. And I showed you that already. So now let's get into the precip. So these are models, and this is the GFS, the GEM. I wanted to show the NAV, and just wanted to show the different model outputs in terms of precipitation. They're pretty much in line in terms of where the precip shield is going to go. It's got a northeast track axis right here. The GFS is pretty strong with this, so is the GEM. The NAV GEM is the weaker. And then the Euro, again, you can see this one's a little more output. So bullseye spot will be the northern New Jersey, northwest New Jersey, the Catskills of New York, the Ulster County, Dutchess County. They're going to see the brunt of the rain here. And as you head to the coast, it'll be a bit of a cutoff because of the western track. There was a bit of a western shift this morning. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's a short-term model. As you can see, the cutoff is pretty sharp in terms of the big rains, significant rains, and then little to no rain. A lot of this is going to be tropical downpours. This is a simulated radar shot of the NAM for Wednesday morning in the northeast, just pushed out of New York, Long Island, and still rolling into New England and Canada. So just to give a little more background and some of the pieces here, we have a disturbance along the trough from the Midwest, and it's advancing, and high pressure will return from the flow upsloping in the Appalachians. That's your upslope. And there'll be coastal convergence, and it all serves to breed showers and storms that will advance northeast later today. There'll be some severe weather, but it's sort of the first driver to pull the storm up to the north and east. And here we have actually I'm going to skip this one. Apologies. I don't want to get cut off, so I want to make sure I get all the important info in. So you can see here there's a diversion flow, and this is important to show because I just want to show the steering currents, right? So there is a diversion flow aloft near the shore, but it's not as well developed as I thought it should be at this point, but it'll still serve. It'll be a proper vent to cyclone, to get the cyclone properly for those final hours before landfall right there, but it'll eventually enhance its appearance, but the intensity won't. So we're not looking for this storm to get any stronger, but it'll appear stronger at one point and head off to the north and the east. And so here we have the cyclone again, and it's just a mess. There's just dry air all over it. It's pulling it in. The northwest quadrant is still looking pretty strong. So you have the northwest quadrant here, and it looks probably the strongest of all the quadrants, but this is more typical of the mid-latitude cyclone climbing the coast. There's going to be heavy rain north and west, and wind and showery south and east. So that's why when you look at our tracks, right, and this is the track, the heaviest rains will be here, and the showers and thunderstorms will be more down here. So that's why you get less of that precipitation here and more here. So there's still a lot going on, but you know, just take heed, take caution. It's not the strongest storm by any means, but you never want to downplay these as well. So anyway, I am meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with your weather briefing storm scoop update. Have a great day.